My name is Xander Grier and we're in the beautiful Stellenbosch. Today we'll be drinking the standalone Gamay Noir, made from the oldest block of Gamay in South Africa. It's an old bushvine block. It was planted in 1981. We started making this wine in 2018 as a single variety wine, in more of a cru Beaujolais style, so a more serious style, just to really showcase these old vines and the terroir and where they're from now.
Gamay Noir.
Yes, poor man's Pinot. It's not very popular in South Africa. There's only 3 producers that actually make a single variety Gamay. In Europe, it's seen as the old man's Pinot Noir. Oh, the poor man's Pinot Noir. It's becoming more and more popular as Burgundy is becoming too expensive to buy, so people are migrating to Gamay, to Beaujolais. There's a lot of serious Gamays there. Being planted in 1981, you get a lot of that structure and depth and flavor already from the vine, so I don't have to do a lot in the cellar. The wines are all minimal intervention, 30% whole bunch, spontaneous fermentation, and then I take it into 2 different vessels also just to showcase the different aspects of the block. 50% is in older, bigger barrels, and then the other 50% I leave in an amphora, and it just really gives the wine the core and focuses the acidity, and then you get that lovely red fruit on the side. So that I'll use as my starting core of the wine, and then the barrel component is sort of the flesh of the wine. So it's also unfined, unfiltered. The color is very light, as I only press down once a day, so minimal extraction, and then I bottle it unfined, unfiltered. So it's got a bit of a haze to it, but I just think that adds more flavor and depth to the wine and a bit of palate weight as well. On this specific block, I get a bit of like mulberry, sort of red fruit, dark fruit, and then because in the way that I produce it, you get a bit of a sort of a green herbaceousness, oregano spice. So it's sort of a mixture of Pinot and then a bit of Pinotage, if I can put it in South African terms, but not the tannic side, but sort of the red fruit side.
What is a good wine?
The wine you like, it's the best wine.
Okay. What makes you like a wine?
For me, to like it, it needs to have layers of flavor, structure, and needs to have a bit of depth and needs to linger in your palate.
What's the difference between structure and depth?
For me, depth is when you take a sip of the wine, then you get sort of the layers of fruit on it. When you have sort of a really good sauce, like a jus with a steak, you can feel like the depth in the sauce. You can feel it was taken a long time to make that sauce. And then when you look at structure, it's sort of on top of that flavors profile you get sort of the building blocks, you get the tannin, you get a bit of the woodiness, sort of the barrels coming through. And then on the Gamay, because I use the amphora, you get that sort of the core, the acidity. That's if I have to work it back to my chefing days. Come visit us on the farm on Valera Wines. I'm always in the cellar. They don't let me get out much, so I'm always there available for any tasting. Hi, my name is Xander Grier, and this is my postcard from a vine.